What's up, guys? It's Mrjamvad, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. And it's weird, like, your Showdown lives have like evolved into. Before I was like a hardcore YouTuber per se, you know what I mean? I didn't make a living off of it, but the frequency to which I was uploading was that of every day, more or less. I mean, how can you get more than every day? But you get the idea. Shout outs to Gene Zera, by the way, for this squad. He passed a whole bunch of them, so I'll be using those over the next few days. But yeah, as I was starting up this live, and even yesterday's, I recorded that pretty late in the night. For a while, Mons, I was starting to lose my passion for it, and I kind of boiled that down to me being just not like I'm out of practice. Meaning, I'm trying to like left to right. Basically means that I'm not as good as I could be because I haven't been practicing, and I'm not well versed in the metagame. I'll left to right analysis this very quickly, and then we'll get back to that discussion. Okay, so CONKELDUR offensively threatens Ferrothorn, Seismitoad, Hydreigon, and the opposing CONKELDUR. In fact, very limited fighting resist and very limited normal resist. So facade into drain punch essentially guarantees a KO depending on which one I predict. Speed wise, it comes in on Ferrothorn and potentially his own CONKELDUR. Potentially choice Hydreigon, not locked into Draco, and Seismitoad can't really do much damage, assuming that it's a normal Seismitoad. Likely just Swift Swim. Damn, I'm gonna snipe you and get in your vid, bro. Alright. Melmetal, yes and no. Not as great though. Seismitoad is important. Guards well against Zergovish. Not opposing Seismitoad. Mandibuzz guards well against this. Rotom. And this is going to be important. Dragapult is going to be the key. My key mon, as you're going to end up seeing. So all that being said, I didn't formulate a game plan, which I don't like. I'm supposed to have a game plan, as we're gonna U-turn hard here. I could Draco Meteor, but U-turn guarantees me Valley. Didn't I not click U-turn just now? Did I cancel? But let's see if I can formulate a game plan. Actually, that's something I don't know if I've ever even contemplated that. I don't recommend it, formulating a game plan mid-game, but that's something I can actually do right now because it's just better, like, just to look at your team and formulate it and then go into it, because then it determines what your lead is and it trickles down from there. So what I'm looking at Hydreigon for, conditions that I need to be met for CONKELDUR, Rotom, it can do things, but it's just very difficult. So I need to keep Seismitoad at 100%. Mandibuzz is what's going on? What's up? So he may know that I'm choice scarfed if he chose to U-turn here, so that's likely a choice. So he's in CONKELDUR's range, which is excellent. So now I only need, assuming that the Seismitoad is offensive, I only need, what's Conk's speed tier? Am I max speed? Yeah, I'm maxed out. So like it's a speed tie at best. So this is excellent because Kim coming in with the Pelipper here, Spadef. He should be faster than me. Well, we'll see. Because he could Hurricane Lock. And at this point, I have a decision to make whether or not I want to choose to allow what I want to choose to allow in. Rotom's easily my least useful member. However, it does bait in Seismitoad, and I do want Seismitoad in versus Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is going to be very important. Melmetal forces in his superpower fodder. I just don't have enough information. I'm gonna go to Rotom as my potential sack. I don't think he was gonna go for Scald, but it baits in one of his water types, right? It baits in either Seismitoad or it baits in Dracovish. If it goes into Dracovish, Obviously, it gives me it forces him to not go for Fishious Rend because I have a whole Seismitoad. And again, I'm trying to set this up in a. If I had knockoff, I would have gone for it there. But I'm trying to set this up in a like CONKELDURR just massacring his team kind of way. Hydreigon's already condition being met. I don't know how much Seismitoad it's gonna take. And potentially Scar Dragapult Shadow Balling through his team because it does outspeed. Potential Scar Dracovish outspeeds that. And then Ferrothorn, assuming he gets chipped. So Shadow Ball fodder. As he's thinking this through, I guess because he realized it was me, now he's starting to think harder. But yeah, okay, CONKELDURR rears his ugly head. I'm phenomenal. I'm more than okay with this. As I'm expecting a knockoff, which sucks. I know he won't ever Drain Punch, but it's good that I get the damage on this. I just don't want him to ever be able to Drain Punch any significant amount of health back. So what I'm gonna do is Nasty Plot here as expecting a knockoff. And I should be outside of the range of Mach Punch. Either way, he's guaranteed that he's gonna go for it. I don't really have an option around it. If knockoff did 58, Mach Punch should not be doing 37% to me. And what this forces is likely if he doesn't Mach, he's gonna go for something along the lines of Drain Punch. I'm not gonna risk my Dragapult. Unfortunately, I might have to go to Melmetal. Overheat would mean that I'm negating the rain damage. But if he mocks, Mach actually knocks me out. I am surprised by that. So I'm okay with this position because now it allows me to go for superpower. I didn't expect him to go for Drain Punch. I don't think he thought that through. So now he's gonna knock off. Okay, excellent. So what I was thinking there, you would never go for a Drain Punch because you'd have given me Conk and had me keep what's his face? No, I don't want to risk the speed time. I want to put him in a position where he has to stand. So Ferrothorn rears his ugly head. I'm okay with that. Potential knockoff. Mandibuzz is low value, so I'll pivot to CONKELDURR here. Should I U-turn? Man, because I'll hard switch. If he double knocks, kudos. Yeah, I didn't think so. So this is phenomenal because he's gonna stand. It's too big of a risk to go hard Pelipper on a Facade. Personally, if he does choose to make the risk, so be it. It puts me in a very bad spot, but I have the tools to win. I just need to. I don't know. I'm gonna Drain Punch. I think he's gonna sack something that's not Pelipper. He actually goes hard Pelipper. I completely disagree with that. If I Facaded there, it was just CONKELDURR fodder from there. But yeah, we gotta go to Mandibuzz. Turns out we're faster. I mean, yeah, obviously we're faster. But yeah, and nothing he can go to is something I can't guard against, except Hydreigon. I guess he could go to Hydreigon and Draco Meteor. I couldn't roost there because then Draco. I could have roosted. So it goes to Seismitoad, which is interesting. Very interesting for rain style purposes. As he goes for Power Punch, I'm not too concerned about that. He's gonna go for Power Whip here. I'll go Dragapult to get this U-turn chip to bring him within Draco Meteor range. Because he's gonna go for maybe a Earthquake here as a mid-ground. Yeah. And then, obvious water moves obvious after this. It's just a question of, because maybe he'll no, he's definitely going for water move. There's just too little to risk. But maybe he made the Pelipper play hard. Man, that Pelipper play would have opened me up significantly. But as long as I have Seismitoad, I'm good. So him choosing to stay in here, I wonder. I wonder if he'd give me Seismitoad. Or maybe he thinks he doesn't die. I don't think it matters if he does. Does Draco kill? 31%. If you turned it 19, Draco probably kills this. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. I need to have a situation where I could potentially CONKELDUR win. He showed Nox, so I have to go to Conk as he lead seeds. That's a pretty bad turn for me. Like there's so many turns where I could have done better. I should have used my tools better and just Melmetal. If I Melmetal this Conk would have been dead and my Melmetal would be alive. So now I just gotta go. I'm gonna Drain Punch again. He gives me so much opening if he goes to Pelipper here. But I lose a lot if I Facade. Whereas if he goes Pelipper, I don't lose as much. I'm not giving up yet. Yeah. So there it is. Still lost a lot of health. So Pelipper rears his ugly head, and I don't think it's faster than me. Yeah, that's a big crit, by the way. I don't think he's faster. Well, obviously he's not faster than me. I don't think he assessed how big of a problem my Conk was to him. And this is gonna come down to a pretty important turn because he's gonna go for obviously the liquidation. And this is where it's gonna come down to: do you predict and go for Power Whip? And I do think he is going to predict, and if I can burn him, I might be able to Draco sweep. Yeah, got him. Please burn, please burn, please burn. I needed that burn. So now it puts him in a spot where now you have to predict whether I'll go Dragapult or not. Again, I might be able to Draco sweep. So I shot up Draco here. Draco. This is a big turn. This is a big turn. It's a big turn. It's a big turn. Does he Power Whip? I think he's gonna Power Whip, but I can win without Seismitoad. I think it's gonna be close. I might be either. Yeah, got him. The Jamster does not. Okay, I'm saying we don't lose, but the game is far from over here. But at this point, once I get the damage on Dracovish, CONKELDUR is gonna just be sweeping, which is the game plan we set up from early on. But again, like it's funny because the quote unquote misplays my opponent made early in the game actually put me at a disadvantage later on in the game, like right now, to where I had to predict. However, if he had made his quote unquote best play, because him gambling with his Pelipper, if I Facaded on that turn, it was a ratatouille. So he's putting me in a position where I have to give up something. So we'll just Stealth Rock. He has to Draco Lock. And me going to Dragapult here, Dracoing. He'd go Dracovish. No, he sacked CONKELDUR. If I go this, he sacks CONKELDUR. I think I win guaranteed by my punching here, because he's gonna sack Conk no matter what I do. He's gonna do a Dracovish no matter what I do, and I get the my punch damage doesn't matter, but I don't know if Draco is gonna kill the Hydreigon from 60, so it's gonna come down to if Dragapult wants to have some balls. Let's see if it does 60. I mean, it's super effective. Yeah, GG. Okay, so your boy Jam formulating the game plan mid-game. I played sloppily with my Melmetal and my Mandibuzz to the point where I had to get to that point. I'm only 17. Oh yeah, I decayed a ton. Yeah, I forgot about that. And that game, the last OU live I did with the training, we lost a couple games in that one. I think we lost that game, but it might have been a significant amount of points. We lost some point. We had lost some games. But yeah, is this the guy who said he was gonna snipe me? I don't remember. But yeah, so Quick left to right now. I forgot that I didn't even remember to finish the story. Hopefully, I remember what I was talking about. So CONKELDUR, very high value in this one. In between Facade and Knock, I pretty much murk majority of the opponent's team, knocking off Hippodon's item and then using Drain Punch to regain some health. He scars very poorly against Melmetal upon one superpower, so I'm gonna likely get Melmetal in versus Clefable or Mandibuzz, threatened with the double Iron Bash. Catches Ferrothorn, potentially, we'll see, or potentially catches Rotom depending. Rotom is very, very problematic in this game, very, very problematic. In fact, I think I might just straight up win with that. I think Rotom's gonna be my main guy. My Seismitoad guards will against his Rotom, and Stealth Rock shuts down his Defogger. My Mandibuzz guards will against his Gengar, and my Dragapult is support sets. So yeah, don't have enough information on the Gengar yet. As he leaves Rotom, could be Trick Rotom. That would be problematic. Actually, Dragapult's my play here. That was a Dragapult's my play here. On the off chance this is a Trick variant. Didn't expect him to Volt Switch hard for obvious reasons, but not too much of a factor because I didn't think he'd just give me free Stealth Rocks. That's essentially what he was going to do there. But the fact that he was willing to do that gave me a lot of information about him early on. Because if you're going to Volt Switch there, oh, okay, you have Toxic, which means you're going to Ferrothorn or Mandibuzz. Ferrothorn, Mandibuzz. Him having Toxic matters. Ferrothorn or Mandibuzz. Him having that matters. My Seismitoad Beamer doesn't change too much, but so I'll Toxic here. Ferrothorn coming in sucks. Okay, so this is okay positionally because I get to go to Rotom here. I'm assuming this is a teleport set. So I completely forgot about Clef as an option, but he was smart enough not to go to Mandibuzz hard. So yeah, obvious teleport. But if he chooses to go to right, so I'm guessing this is Defog, and we're gonna be playing a chip game. I didn't factor the fact that he could be faster than me, so he's max speed. That's very bad for me. That's very, very bad for me. Conk is a big enough problem to where if he goes Gengar, goes Hippodon though. So we'll drain, get these health back. Man, my game plan is sloppy in this one. How much am I gaining per turn? I'm doing 36. I'm gaining not enough. So I allowed him to Toxic, which is a really, really, really foolish decision on my end. Really, really foolish decision on my end. I allowed him to Toxic my Rotom. I thought because I was not max speed on a Toxic variant, he'd be slower than me. But I'm assuming that's the rate. So I'm going to have to play Melmetal very, 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 very aggressively in this one. And I'm going to have to play CONKELDUR very aggressively in this one. So we're going to Drain Punch here. If he Earthquake, smart play. That's 74%. Very smart play there. But he is going to slack off 47%. 47. Earthquake is doing 38. So this is a 2-hit KO. So yeah, it's just like actually not a solid 2-hit KO, which means now he's gonna go for his. So we're gonna pressure heavy here. We're gonna pressure heavy here and claim one. We're gonna claim one. Overheat does. So he's teleporting it down. Okay. Okay. So I don't, because of how problematic body press variants of Nelmet, but this guy doesn't play like he considers stuff like if I was sub, but you don't see the leftovers, so I guess the assumption would be, that's fine though. I guess the assumption would be, okay, he can't be body pressed because he doesn't have, And that's a problem then. So I'm gonna have to up my aggression a lot. He actually, why would you even make that play? Like that doesn't get you anything. Okay, so now he's gonna protect. I don't get the point of that. The Moonblast play there. I don't get the point of the Moonblast play. It was one of those plays that was aggressive, but there was no point in the aggression. So that does give me information, but the fact that I can still win, it's just a lot harder now. Like he has the upper hand significantly now. Like significantly, because I know he's gonna lead seed. It's this very similar situation to earlier, where the opponent makes some very gambly plays early on, and then it ends up being really problematic. So it seems like, oh, I'm making solid plays, but it ends up biting me in the ass, expecting it to be like hyper rational. Like the cleft play. Like if he gave me cleft there, for whatever fucking reason would you even predict? Like what would you get out of that turn? So that's really has me upset. So obvious protect is obvious. Yeah. I can't have him lead seating anything else. So I gotta just lose Melmetal to Ferrothorn here, which sucks. My biggest mistake in this game was allowing him to toxic my Rotom. That was just absurdly stupid. Just absurdly stupid. Now, upside toxic. I need knockoff on. I think knockoff on Mandy would be better. He's definitely max def clef, and the way he plays, I might be able to get him here with Gengar. Like I do. This just doesn't matter if he goes Gengar. In all honesty. So he's giving me Mandy, which is giving me openings. Come on, man. Don't give him any. Why would you ever fucking like this guy kills me, man. This guy kills me. I'm normal poisoned, which is good. So he actually gave me a slight opening depending on how this shit goes. Depending on how he plays his clef, my Dragapult might be able to pull something off, and my Rotom might be able to do a little something. So what we're gonna do is Roost here. Nasty Plots. That's fine. It's not, but it is at the same time. Just as far as like what I'll need to do to win. So we're gonna give up Seismitoad here as he overheats, and for him to give me the damage on Rotom, which would be foolish. Do I have enough range? Let me see. All right, expecting the clef. I have to go to Rotom. I have not shown Pain Split, so the assumption here is you just wish, yeah, or you wouldn't protect basically. Yeah, you'd wish, because he didn't know that I had Pain Split. And now he has the offensive advantage in the sense that he can Moonblast and wish. How can I get him to let his guard down enough to where Dragapult wins? PP stalling perhaps, because it's leftovers Gengar. If I sack Conk, I go back. He just sack Hippowdon. Maybe if I wasn't poisoned, that would work. Maybe if I wasn't poisoned. I don't think I have an out. Moonblast, I know it wouldn't be doing enough. And it's still not doing enough. So maybe I can pull this off with that. You know, installing on Moonblast, teleports, da. I mean, he's definitely volt switching here. It's just the best play. But rocks plus burn, he's gonna kill me, plus protect. Yeah. Now this isn't a horrible position because, you know, obviously he's gonna wish. I get to pain split here. Oh, I can guarantee it, but he should just make it Hippodon. But why would you ever, yo? You see what I'm talking about when I'm saying like giving me openings? If I overheated there, Dragapult just destroyed him. Just absolutely destroyed him. Now I'd have to be wary of. So let's see, so now Dragapult actually has some merit. So I'm gonna have to sack, bro. If I fucking went for, so he should know I have Infiltrator and go hard to Clefable here. I want a U-turn. That did nothing. I thought that would do more than that. So yeah, I've lost now. I needed to get Rotom in there. That way. Yeah, I needed to have Rotom in there. So we first, my biggest mistake in that game was allowing Rotom to get poisoned. Very, very sloppy there. The same. I don't like playing the same people in the same live. Whatever, I'll play it out, but because I don't have a lot of time. But my biggest mistake in that game was allowing my biggest threat to be poisoned. So 100% my fault in that loss. I'm not gonna have fun. I'm not gonna give too much credit, and this is why I need to formulate a proper game plan. That way I'm not reacting to my opponent. And I have a solid structured thing. Okay, I can risk Metal getting poisoned. If he doesn't go for, okay, fine, because I know where I'm headed, as opposed to what I was doing before. So now he knows my sets. I know his. We're not gonna be making a lot of the same mistakes we made in the previous one. The assumption is that the Pelipper are gonna be getting a far bigger role to play in this game. Which I don't have a problem with. I figured the Pelipper would lead. I don't think he knows if I have Thunderbolt or not. Just based on how he played last time, it would make sense if he attempted to scout. This is where, again, guys, pay attention to my mistakes in this one. Because I don't have a game plan, I'm not, there's not a place I'm trying to get to. So, okay, there's the Ferrothorn. Okay. See, now I'm like reacting to the opponent. I'm like, okay, he did this, therefore I'm gonna do this and so he's going the Stealth Rock route very early. Okay, so since he's a physical variant of Seismitoad, this is still very fine. If he knocks off here, kudos to him. My Conkeldurr play here covers two options. Seismitoad coming in, right? It's a physical variant, so we're free to Facade into Mach Punch. Conk being hit here matters, but because of its natural bulk, I'll be fine. Air quotation, like, you know, not air quotes, but like I'll be quote unquote fine. But if this goes away, he actually opens up a lot to my Rotom Heat. So if he just straight liquidations, I obviously tank Drain Punch would have been the better play. But if I'm thinking about how much value I'm gonna get out of each turn, see, like he made the same Pelipper play last game. Does knock kill? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if knock kills. Facade into Drain Punch guarantees me a KO. Conk is unguardable now, so like Drain Punch, I'm gonna get value out of it. It's Rocky Helmet. I didn't know that. It would have been nice to have knocked his item off, but Facade did 66. Knock probably killed him. You know, probably could have head calc that. So there's Ferrothorn, which means Dragon Bolt's a lot more dangerous. So we're at 46%, and now the Seismitoad can rear its ugly head in a different manner. Right, so here comes the Seismitoad. And it gets real interesting here because do you Earthquake? Do you try to Power Whip? I think Earthquake just all around gets you a lot more value out of the turn. I'm trying to think. Because what also that just meant is my Melmetal is a bitch. So I'm thinking about like what situation I'm trying to have happen. Yeah, I'm okay with Mandibuzz, even if he goes for liquidation, which I figured he would not. Does the rocks, do the rocks matter enough, or do I U-turn into this is a tough turn. Do the rocks matter enough to where I could foul play? I think foul play is a better play here. I don't think I can get 2 KO'd by Seismitoad unless he gets a defense drop. Hydreigon coming in doesn't matter because Hydreigon can't touch me. I can U-turn out. Yeah, U-turn out, and then CONKELDURR gets to come back in, which guarantees another KO, which is excellent. Excellent. I no longer need this. So when he goes to Seismitoad, I can go straight for Mach. I no longer need this because Mandibuzz didn't have to get sacked, so I don't need this as a secondary mon to check his Hydreigon. And it's not beating his Conk, it's within Mach 1 Drench. So I'm gonna get a good 40-some%. Right, the Earthquakes, and he's now within Dragapult range. So we now get Draco Fodders, assuming we hit. Can't guard against Draco Meteor anymore. So getting somewhat of a player profile makes games very different because the thing with the ladder is I don't know my opponent's skill level. So I'm, for all intents and purposes, I'm playing some random ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Should just drink, but just back to square one. Rotom getting sacked. But it's just good plays are good plays. Good plays are good plays. As we will, I mean, it doesn't really matter what we go for. I don't think overheat for some damage. Does he drain? Yeah. And now Melmetal ensures that this gets back. So the mistake that was made last time was that we didn't just slap this damn CONKELDURR, we superpowered it. But this time you have to hold positions that cannot be defended. So this coming in, there's no reason to never hire Seismitoad here. He could choose to double to CONKELDURR. Problem with that is we're back to square one. I could sack. He's gonna double to CONKELDURR here. I could sack. If I sack Melmetal here, Draco. No, because then Conk becomes a little more annoying. So I'm open to finishing this game up with double the Conk. Oh no, he just fishy has ended. But he doesn't have it. That's the last turn of range, so that makes sense. Yeah. Draco. I'm thinking if it's worth Yeah, it's just Scald, especially if he goes Conk. Excellent, excellent. Because he won't be able to recover enough health to where Dragapult isn't destroying him. Scalded 33. Excellent, excellent. Excellent, excellent. And that's a game. If he Draco Meteors, doesn't matter. If he U-turns, it doesn't matter. I really shouldn't have even switched there. Draco. I don't want to put myself in a position where I have to hit. Yeah. That's game. Because I just Shadow Ball sweep now. So positioning, man, I made so many flaws in the previous game, but my opponent won, man. It's throughout the end part of the game he started playing better, but he made some risk. He had the tools to just like win the game just cleanly, but he gave me openings. GG. He gave me openings that weren't like I shouldn't have had. Like if you're gonna beat me, just make the right plays and beat me. Don't provide openings. That's why I always get irked when people try to choke the game and it works out, because I'm like, bro, like you just had to make these plays and you won. You took some Moonblast risk for no reason that could have lost you the game. But yeah. Where are we at? Let's just look at. But yeah, I'm tripping. Where are we at? 1728. Yeah, I don't want to play all night. All right, let's since we're having some good time, let's play another one. Seems like nobody's on the ladder if I just got the same dude. We're going to grab one more. I have not been practicing. That's why my left to right is slow. I said it in yesterday's live. I haven't been practicing. I've just been working on some other projects. So Pokemon is definitely on the back burner at the moment. But somebody had suggested, damn, nobody's on the OU ladder? Like, what? I think I found the game. Oh, because I was about to say, where's the cancel button? Okay. What's going on? But yeah, so somebody had suggested, or just like, it was a guy that a couple months ago actually, DMU, it was saying that I could go every other day on uploads, which I agree with. But today I was just in the mood to play, and that's what I was saying in the beginning of the video. You know, there are times where it's just kind of therapeutic to hop on the ladder and play, just go at it. Okay, so not the same dude, and something interesting. 1590 though, so I think nobody's on the ladder at the moment. Very weak to Conk. I've correctly played. Oh, what's good, bro? Damn, I can't believe I have people who can't believe I'm still known around these parts. Been out the game for a minute. So Conk, left to right again, picks up KOs. Knock into Facade, picks up KOs all around. In fact, knock into fighting move. Melmetal upon getting the switch in on Clefable. Destruction. Seismitoad guards well against somewhat Terrakion. It provides a solid Stone Edge resist, because CC is gonna just chew me up if he's banded. Mandibuzz obviously for the Aegislash Hydreigon combination. Rotom is it's gonna be primarily for the Clefable. I'm taking advantage of it coming in and trying to teleport mindlessly. And Dragapult honestly can be my late gamer depending. Unlikely, but it's a possibility. Stealth Rocker is Seismitoad, Terrakion. So as far as a game plan goes, I'd like to destroy him primarily with CONKELDURR. In order for me to do that, I'd likely have to have CONKELDURR in versus weakened Hydreigon, weakened Seismitoad, weakened Terrakion, or weakened Clefable. How can I achieve that? Terrakion can be well baited by. Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm debating whether or not my Seismitoad getting poisoned is more important than his getting poisoned. And I'd say, yeah. I'd say his getting poisoned is more important. Now, I feel like I'm going to miss this Toxic, and it's a big deal because after which I can't go for. So he realizes his importance, which is interesting because Seismitoad is just such a poor matchup for him. It's very difficult for him to kill. So I end up getting Rocks while. So he knew I was going to stay in there. So I end up getting Rocks while he ends up getting nothing. And this is good and bad because now I have to predict the teleport. I think Melmetal might be too big of a problem if I'm like the sub Iron Defense set. So I think the risk of me being that is too great. So I think he's going to teleport. If he doesn't, yeah, I had to get that play correctly. It's just too much if he teleported versus my Melmetal coming in. And then the Bandit Tarak is on the other end of that because I'm going to lose him on. And now, because of just the Terrakion matchup, I got to play very, very intelligently. So this is likely just a bait and switch. We didn't want Hydreigon to take any damage, I'm assuming. This could be Spec Shadow Ball. I doubt it. It's likely just a bait and switch. Right. But he's bait and switch out into Tarak, which is very odd. So if this goes away, because I can go Dragapult, but it just opens up. So he could be Banded and go for his Bandit TC. I won't die to that because I'm a max defense. Size me. Unless there's something that Aegislash guards well against that I should be wary of. I mean, Aegislash has to use on Seismitoad that should be wary of, other than like a Shadow Ball. In which case, I'd just be able to facade through his team. So, I had my own reasons to ride Aegislash. So I'm assuming he anticipated me to take the defensive route and go to Mana Buzz. But if you're gonna do that, then it's gonna be necessary for you to be able to force me out to begin with. The mindlessness, quote unquote, to how I was playing my Seismitoad, will have him Moonblasting here, or okay, Wishing. And this is phenomenal because now you have to, I'm assuming, go straight to Seismitoad, which I don't have a problem with. But your Clefable is now within my facade range. So we're going to double Iron Bash. So it's Incineroar, Heavy Duty Boots, yeah. So I'm guessing this is just a Melmetal counter. What's it called? The move that, so he's going to go for the move that, what the fuck is that move called that gets rid of your thing? You know what I'm talking about. Parting Shot. So you're gonna go for Parting Shot here, which I don't have a problem with. Gonna go back to Seismitoad. Just positionally, I don't mind Clefable being in. I'll just rinse and repeat the same process. Only downside is the Clef is getting leftovers, which is a little annoying. And the Seismitoad is healthy enough to where it can take on my Rotom because it didn't get poisoned. So I'll have to play this game a little more long range. But he could teleport this time. I'm open to that. I figured he wouldn't though. And because of his high HP, it's very likely that I'm open to giving this gamble. I want to pivot to my CONKELDUR on the Incineroar for two reasons, but let's play it patiently. Here. I think he also may want to guard well against a superpower, so he gives me Hydreigon. I don't get the Hydreigon sack. He could have went to Seismitoad. He could have went to Incineroar. His Heavy Duty Boost, Intimidate. Right, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's Heavy Duty Boost, Intimidate, and you have a Wish getting past. So, he's in a learning process. Stuff like that is just his misunderstanding of risk versus. He's trying to predict what I'm going to do when that was a situation where there was no need for prediction. And he'll get out of that phase. Hopefully he watches the videos, which will help him get out of that phase, or if he has the book. and he's actually following the process, he'll get out of that phase. But back to Seismitoad, parting shot. If he knocks off once, then that would be a good position for him. And so now teleport likely to come in. Hydreigon is no longer a factor, which means I'm staring down at Tarak. He's definitely going to teleport into Tarak this time. So I'm actually going to make somewhat of a mid-ground play by going into Mandibuzz here. The wish, I don't get the. I guess you could. I guess there's no real downside to wishing there, because I know he's gonna teleport. Oh fuck, that was stupid. Because he can go Terrakion. Well, if he goes to Terrakion, then he has to go for the CC if he has it. There's just no way around that. Gyarados is pretty low value, or I'm gonna double Iron Bash the shit out of him. Now I don't know if CC knocks. So he predicts me to, okay. And the way this is being played, so he's not confident the Rack can kill me. Now the Rack being at full and whatnot, it doesn't really matter because it's size for everything that can deal with. That like basically for every defensive, like say Rotom, you know, that he can take a hit from. He has a Seismitoad anyway. So Rotom isn't the biggest threat to where he needs Tarak at full. Mandibuzz, he has a whole Clefable. Like, so I'm not concerned about the Terrakion's health. It's still within like Earth Power range, I believe, after Rocks. Actually, maybe not. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. But I'm just gonna get him conditioned. There's the knockoff finally. I'm gonna get him conditioned. That was a good knockoff there. I was wondering when he'd use that. Gonna get him conditioned to where like he goes to Incineroar and Melmetal without thinking, and then I'm gonna get him. So teleport there. So he doesn't go for the wish that time. Solid. So he's trying to get some momentum back. But once my Conk comes in, something loses its item, and whatever loses its item is gonna be a big deal. So this is bad for me. So I have to go to Seismitoad because if I go to Mandibuzz and he parting shots, it gets to go to Tarak. And on one of these turns, if I do double Iron Bash as he parting shots, so he has Will-O-Wisp too. I'm assuming, I guess Incineroar is naturally slower than Seismitoad, so I guess it wouldn't make sense why he is going about it in this manner. Let's see. Yeah, he's hard switching. And I'm sure he has Protect. I'm sure he's gonna use. It doesn't matter if he uses it here. The Incineroar. So the Seismitoad finally rears its ugly head. And it has to go for the Earth Power. Ah, this is whack. Stealth Rocks don't really matter. I'm thinking, cause I don't want my Seismitoad getting a ton of damage. I don't want Melmetal getting a ton of damage on him either. Another hit into this means don't want Conk. Actually, yeah, for Rotom's sake. So actually, he's in a spot where the Melmetal guaranteed kills him. Okay, I'm okay with that. If he burns me here, guys, I go Mandibuzz, so be it. But I know he won't switch, which is important. This is, my Rotom is a problem. Like, Seismitoad is the reason Rotom hasn't been right. This is perfect. This is the exact situation I wanted, because what this does is you either stand or you go right. You either, he had two options there. He was either going to so Incineroar is going to take this, not well. Oh, it took that phenomenally, fantastically. But he was either going to switch, go to Clefable, U-turn. If it doesn't kill him, I get to go to Gyarados, U-turn again. Gyarados doesn't need to remain at any particular range for a particular reason. A knockoff parting shot, fire move perhaps. Knockoff parting shot, fire move. I'm trying to think. Knockoff parting shot, fire move, U-turn. U-turn on Cliff, double iron bash. Yeah. So we're gonna go to Dragapult here. Expected departing shot, Lauren Clefable. Because Cliff, no matter what I went to that turn, all my Incineroar answers, so to speak, were always gonna go into Lauren Clefable. The only difference here is every time I've gone to Melmetal, I have not used Earthquake. I've used double iron bash. So if he wants to predict this would be the turn, he may have Protect. So there's the Incineroar. So I managed to KO that. That's the Earthquake that he was searching for. So now, every time my special. That's my only, like, unless you're not gonna attack and you're like weakness policy. Either way, Mandibuzz comes in and destroys this. Assuming it's not like there's just no way. Mandibuzz comes in. If it's Head Smash, Rotom, so be it. So I'm not sure what he's trying to wish up. Like, I don't get why maybe he's trying to get. I can't have him wishing Seismitoad back up for sure. So I'm thinking like maybe he's trying to get like, yeah, because if you gotta go to what, Tarak, and then you gotta CC lock. If you Stone Edge, because I'm more than ready to sack my Dragapult. I do not need it. You Stone Edge, another double iron bash KO, which will be Seismitoad, and then after that we just open up Rotom. So I guess that's the one upside of Terrakion getting the health back. As he goes to Seismitoad, I think it's time for Conk to come in. No, we can go Draggy. We can go Draggy, actually. Draggy doesn't care. And if we bait out Clefable, then it's another kill. Draggy doesn't care. Because I can U-turn out here. U-turn out into, what's his face? Gets just enough damage to where he can't recover. U-turn out to Mandy. If he calls, same situation. U-turn back out into, basically I'm trying to get him in a situation where he can't heal this, and Clef doesn't have just a sitting situation where he's just like chilling. U-turn back to Dragapult. 2 weakest links, right? And I'm not overly concerned about the Aegis Slice, even if it's SD, because I have Rotom that can overheat it. So what I'm looking at as far as an end game is at this point. So there's the Terrakion. He's trying to get what's his face? What do I want to do here though? I don't know if Conk kills this, and I don't know if I die. So if this goes away, then it's just Mark Punch anyway. Sack Seismitoad, just a smart play. On the off chance, I think the Terrak might be a boosting set, or it's a boosting set, or it's a special. Okay, specs. Yeah, specs, right? Yeah. Timid specs, perhaps. So now I'm confident that I have all the information I need. So we go with Dragapult here. I know Stone Edge is coming. I actually could have just went to. Oh, I look like a fucking deity. But that was not a prediction. Like, that wasn't like, oh, you know, now I got him. I'm gonna predict the shit out of him here. So let's just Shadow Ball hard. Is there any reason to keep this? Nope. Go Melmetal. We're gonna beat his team with rocks. And the moment he went for Wish, his fate was sealed. He has Protect. Double Iron Bash is still my best play. I could have Earthquaked his Aegis Slash, but Double Iron Bash is still the best play. He'll get the health. I could blade form. I could shield form here, and he's gonna double switch to Terrakion. Melmetal has. I don't know if Spec Shadow Ball would have killed me. I don't know. I mean, I know he has to go for it. Yeah, that's definitely Specs. It's definitely Specs. So yeah, this should be wrapped up pretty soon. The Seismitoad is going to be my next set, so I'm not going to hard switch Mandibuds into Aegislash anymore. Heavy Shadow Balls, and yeah, we could have went to. We're trying to get a situation where okay, excellent. So now this is a guaranteed KO with double Iron Bash. We actually could have went. Maybe he doesn't have Protect on this variant, because I think it would have been, you know, like a good play to have used it. And after Aegislash goes down, then Con can Rotom. Well, not Aegislash, but Terrakion. I keep thinking double Iron Bash can miss. Like I keep thinking like I'm about to miss. There's a Protect, which should have been used before. He might try to double Protect. That would be something that might be somewhat of a saving grace. Doesn't get it though. I don't blame him for making that play. If he got it, would have been dope. But now it's just set in stone. Dragapult just Shadow Balls freely. It's a Specs one. Not Specs Dragapult, but you know. No, I'm saying. Seismitoad is the weakest link at this point. Flash Cannon. So, okay. I'm not gonna try it. No 6-0 nonsense. So we're just Earth Power here. He should be faster than me. And then we get to go to Dragapult and wrap this up. As he likely just he has to save this. He can't. There's just no outs. There's just no outs. If he locks into anything, then Mandibus comes in on Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon. You know, half my team resists Flash Cannon. Right here, he's gonna take the. Actually, he might not. He has no HP, no bulk. But Dragapult is pretty weak. GG, bro. So yeah, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. He actually goes down. Oh, Dragapult. Not bad for disrespecting you, homie. But yeah, that's where we're gonna wrap it up for today. And I hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for everybody. Everybody that I played. Thanks for everybody that I played. Well, gratitude. But you know, shout outs to everybody that I played who knew of me. When you see the video, shout outs to you. Thank you for the games. And shout outs to the guy who put me in the dirt. And yeah, so if you also we have raised $80 bit by bit. We are able to raise a bit, so just give whatever you can, as we're aiming to put together the Academy website. We're almost a third of the way there, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys. I'm gonna figure out, just give me an idea of something that maybe you guys would want, maybe a stream or a bunch of streams, and we can do something for that. Something maybe like a stream y'all can battle, whatever you guys find valuable. Just as a show of appreciation and somewhat as a way to fundraise, so we can get this Academy website in motion, because we have the time. Those are waiting. We just need to raise the money so we can pay for the servers and all that. So thank you for everything thus far again, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.